Witsherface. You laugh at all our jokes. Your drinks have been laced, and you tell all your friends about Witsherface.
There, and welcome to Witsherface Zoom TV. I'm Carol Smirkwood, and tonight I'm going to introduce some very special guests. But before I do that, I'm going to introduce my lovely co-host. It's Kelly Willy Booby. Kelly, are you there?
Good evening, Carol, and to the viewers at home. It is so lovely to see you this evening.
Yes, that's quite the eyeful you've given us there, Kelly.
Thank you, Carol. Smirkwood by name, smirky by nature.
Oh, that's you all over, Booby by name, Booby by nature.
Oh, Carol, you are a one.
So are you, Kelly. So, can you tell us who our first guest might be?
Yes, I can. Our first guest this evening, ladies and gentlemen, we really will learn some tips from this woman. She's fabulous. It's Sadie Coates, our creative consultant. Are you there, Sadie?
Hi! Hi, Carol! Hi, Kelly!
Hello! So, lovely to see you again, Sadie. So, after the success of all the other weeks, what are you making for us this evening?
I'm keeping the theme going here because of lockdown. Remember, I made the pants bunting and everybody thought that was a super thing to do. So this week, I thought I would take as a theme something to put in our windows. So I thought I would make this ornamenty kind of thing. So you need things that you've got in your house, like an empty wine bottle, and I'm sure we've all got a lot of those, and some more of my fabulous Primark pants that are too small, and an old toilet roll inside of it, and I'm sure we've all got loads of those around the house as well. So what we do is we take the bottle and we put that round it, and we write alert on it. And then we take our toilet roll holder. I've decided mine's going to be Boris, because there's his little yellow hair, and you put that on top of the bottle, and then you can sit that in your window, and everybody in your neighbourhood will know you're alert.
Oh, well, Sadie, that's very exciting. How very thoughtful and ingenious of you.
It is, isn't it?
Yes, I'm sure all the mummies and daddies will look forward to having to dig out their empty wine bottles to make things.
Well,
like that.
I had to go and take one of my purple bin just so I could make this. And when I opened my purple bin and I saw the amount of bottles in there, oh my God. Let's not here.
And are you alert, Sadie? Are you alert?
Yes, my husband says I'm always alert.
That is wonderful, Sadie. It's been so fabulous to have you here on the show this evening. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. Stay alert.
We will. Thank you, Sadie. Toodaloo.
Bye.
Oh my goodness, Sadie is super alert, isn't she?
Very happy person.
Yes. Quite a lot of cappuccinos there this morning, I think. I was wondering if you know, if we could move on to our next guest. Would that be all right with you, Kelly?
Absolutely, and I think we're so lucky to have her, Carol, because as you know, she's coming all the way from Cyprus. So over to you, Carol, to give her the big up that she deserves.
Yes, thank you for crashing my introduction. It's, as you say, obviously, all the way from Cyprus, it's Betty Gamble, MBE. Are you there, Betty?
Well, thank you for that lovely introduction, ladies. Betty Gamble, yes, MBE, OBE, GFT, GTF. Now, I wouldn't go paying too much attention to what Boris Johnson is suggesting, that we stay alert. No, staying alert isn't always a good thing. I was on a bus back in 1982 with a man who was so alert, he could tap it on the window, and he did. I thought it was a pigeon until he laid it on my shoulder. So the police were called, and there were no mobile phones in those days. I had to go into a phone box, and he tapped it on there as well. Of course, he was long gone by the time the police arrived, and not one of us ladies could identify him from the neck up. But they rounded up the usual suspects, and there was a lineup, you see, and that's not my area of expertise. I had to call upon an expert, and this is where celebrity comes in handy. I called upon the services of my good friend John Travolta, and he was in there for 5 hours at least, and he couldn't make head nor tail of it. The police said, "Mrs. Gamble, we're going to take away your pain." I said, "Listen, don't worry about me. I've been through 2 husbands, a bout of shingles, and I got stuck in a handstand once. I'm no stranger to pain." He said, "No, Mrs. Gamble, we're going to have to take away the window pane," because they had a ball print, and forensics was quite advanced back in 1982. Isn't that a marvellous thing? Now, let me give you a very quick TV once-over, girls, to quote the late, great Harvey Weinstein. At 6 p.m, we have my good friend Gloria Hunniford donning her helmet and rope and exploring all the caves and caverns of the west coast of Ireland. That's Gloria's Holes on ITV. At 7:30, we've got BBC, David Furnish and Elton John show us some of the best bungalows in the south of England, and that's Cottaging with Elton and David on BBC 3. Then for a quick finish before bed, I'm quoting Harvey again, Ruichi Sakamoto, musician and Tokyo native, explores new cities in Britain for the first time, casts a fresh eye over our cities in through a Jap's eye. That's at 10 o'clock tonight over on Channel 4. Back to the studio. Kelly, I have to say, I've got a huge fan base, and they keep sending me stuff out here to Cyprus. And can I ask you to stop sending things, just donate them to my charity, Rickets UK. I've got enough cups here. Cheers, ladies.
Cheers, Betty. So wonderful to have you on the show. Thank you for joining us. See you next week.
Cheery bye. Well, we certainly know what to watch on TV this weekend, don't we, Kelly?
We certainly do, Carol. And moving swiftly on from Cyprus to our doorstep, let's introduce our very own local reporter. It's Ina Dunny. Are you there, Ina?
All right, Larsies. How are you?
Very well, thank you. How are you, Ina?
Oh, I'm proud. I've got hundreds of good news to tell you. So, I was doing a wee thing called Ina's Heroes, because there's so many people here that I feel in the scheme have come out as a hero. But we're having to do that. We're putting in all the votes, and I've got a wee technical issue, you know. So we've got the 4 nominees, but we'll give you an announcement next week. Is Rab, big Rab, you know. He's big in all the places. He's a lovely boy. Oh, lovely boy. Anyway, so big Rab, he's up for the 1 nomination. And then we've got Jim with his ice volleys in a candy shop. And then we've got wee Jean, you know, with the scones, rock cakes, something like that anyway. And then we've got Tam, who's killing all the bombs. So we've been voting, and I'll tell you what's happened in the scheme this week. We're all buzzing. So, because of this lockdown, right, everybody's ended up, wee Gemma around the corner, she's the one that breeds all the rabbits. So she's ended up with hundreds of bunnies. So all the wains have all got a bunny now, we're all pumping it up for the bunnies. And it's amazing, because now the wains have all got something to occupy them, and it gets all the dairy off the man's ass, because they're all stressed out their faces, trying to do the homework and all that crap. But anyway, I just wanted to tell you that we found something in the Morrison's car park, and we know who it belongs to. Can you see it now? It's Davy's hairdryer. See that? And the reason that we know it's Davy's is because we found his shoe as well. So that's how, because Davy's the only one that wears his shoes up the scheme. But apart from that, right, everything's great, because there's people up here that has ended up, she's half of the woman in that, they've packed her man because of all the booze, and all the men have told us Alcoholics Anonymous now is like out the window, because everybody's alcohol free, because the pubs aren't open. We're all buzzing with the bunnies and everything else. But the thing is, girls, I am loving my channel. So always remember to keep safe, stay safe, and stay 2 miles apart. And always make sure your bra fits.
Oh,
thank you so much. Thank you, Ina. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Look forward to seeing you next week. Ina, Carol. Never heard such bunny talk, have you?
Oh my goodness. But such good advice to stay 2 miles apart. No, hang on.
Such good advice, yes. Quite often, the men in my life stay 2 miles apart from me, Carol, but let's move swiftly on.
Oh, I can't wait for this next guest. I'm so looking forward to it. We're going over now to Kids Corner. Let's slow things down and meet our very good friend, Amy McMenemene. Amy McMenemene.
Hi, Carol.
Hello, Amy.
Hi, Carol. How are you? It's a real thrill to be on the show, coming live from my very own broom cupboard. Well, I say broom cupboard. It's a bit more like a Fritzl basement, but here we are.
Well, you look very comfortable there, and we can't wait to hear what you've got to tell us.
Well, tonight I've got a very special story for all my wee lockdown lambs out there to cheer them all up. It's called I Can't Wait. It had been a long, dreary winter, and Lucy and Ollie were feeling glum. I can't wait for spring, said Lucy. Me too, said Ollie. Dad says he'll take us to our first football match. That's so exciting, agreed Lucy. And the Easter party at Nana's will be amazing. We'll see all our cousins and have a huge Easter egg hunt. I can't wait, said Ollie. Well, we've got another surprise for you, chimed Mum and Dad. It's Easter holidays. In the Easter holidays, we'll be taking you to, said Mum. Wait for it, said Dad. Disneyland, they chorused. And not the crap French one, but the good one in Florida. Lucy and Ollie shrieked with excitement. It was a dream come true. Springtime was going to be amazing. Well, springtime arrived, and so did a nasty virus. Because people couldn't be trusted to wash their filthy hands and not cough all over each other, the whole world was grounded. There was no football, but Dad promised to take them next season. All holidays were cancelled, even the ones to Disneyland, but Mum said they could go next year. And there was no Easter party at Nana's, and there never would be, because she died of the virus, all because she didn't wash her Asda delivery thoroughly enough. Happily, there was no school for anyone. But Lucy and Ollie weren't allowed any Xbox Live or Disney Plus because it interfered with the bastarding internet connection, which Dad needed to work from home. Even worse, Lucy and Ollie had to do exercises every morning, led by some bearded twat on the internet. It was like a concentration camp. Spring was supposed to be brilliant. What happened? Sighed Ollie. You're telling me, slurred Mum, as she poured her 5th gin of the morning. They've even cancelled Love Island. Suddenly Dad appeared. Great news, everyone, he announced. Everyone looked up, assuming he'd finally flipped. It's bin night tonight, so I can justify going out twice today. As he leaned down to put his shoes on, Mum jumped on his back. Not a chance. It's my fucking turn, she yelled. Lucy and Ollie laughed as they watched their parents wrestle over who was taking the bins out. Maybe lockdown wasn't so bad after all. The end.
Thank you very much, Amy McMenemene. Thank you very much. What a cheerful little story that was. We do hope you'll join us again on Witsherface Zoom TV. You're really uplifting.
Cheery bye, everyone.
What a show we've had tonight, Carol. What a show.
Oh, yes, we certainly packed them in, didn't we?
Like sardines, Carol, like sardines.
Oh, yes, marvellous.
All that's left for us to say is a thank you to our very special guests this evening, Sadie Coates, Betty Gamble, OBE, all the way from Cyprus, Ina Dunny, our local reporter, and Amy McMenemene. Thank you to my co-host, Carol Smirkwood, and I am Kelly Willie Booby. Join us again next week for more Witsherface Zoom TV. Bye-bye now.
What's her face?